My fiance's girl best friend told me to stay in my lane because she will still be his priority even though we are married. So my fiance slapped her with reality. My fiance has a female best friend since childhood. Now, I'm not the person who gets jealous over my partner being friends with the opposite gender. I'm bisexual, so it wouldn't be rational of me to have some weird expectations like this. Plus, my fiance has many female friends as a straight guy, and I have friends of both genders as well. What bothers me here is not the gender of the friend, but whether or not they're able to respect boundaries. So I'd make the same talk if the friend in question was a male. So to the point. His female best friend Rachel has always been in competition with me regarding on who's more important and a bigger priority to my fiance. At first, my fiance failed to stand up to her and set boundaries, but after a small break we had, and after we reconciled, he realized the importance of boundaries and set hard boundaries with her. I know that whenever she sees me or hears about me, she's not happy, but we act kind to each other despite our actual feelings. This situation BTW has been rolling out for the past 5 years that I've been with my fiance. When he proposed, Rachel didn't congratulate us at all and completely overlooked our entire engagement and kept referring to me as my fiance's girlfriend. My fiance kept correcting her each time, even telling her how she's not funny or quirky doing this, she's just disrespectful, and after a certain point she stopped. Now that we are planning our wedding, we picked out our groomsmen and bridesmaids, and my fiance has his female friend as one of his groomsmen, a groomswoman. After my fiance asked her to join that role, she texted me a lengthy paragraph which, to sum it up, said, "Just so you know, your fiance and I are still each other's priority. You may marry him and have kids with him, share a house with him, but right now he picked me as a groomswoman, knowing how that would bother you because he cares about not hurting my feelings more than your feelings. You can't easily ruin friendships like that. Just stay in your lane and accept your place. You might be his wife, but I'm his best friend and I'm not going anywhere. Make peace with it, and who knows, soon enough we might get along." I showed my fiance and he said he'll deal with her and I shouldn't worry. I told him I've had enough and that the only solution I'm accepting is proper consequences for her actions. That means she's either dropped as a groomswoman or uninvited. He makes the call for which one it will be, but I'm tired of his best friend not having real consequences of her actions and getting her way. I won't trust him enough to proceed with our wedding if he doesn't set clear limits and make his friend face the consequences of her behavior. He said what I'm doing is very unfair because he is not responsible for her actions and feels like I'm putting unnecessary responsibility and pressure on him. Aita, update. While I had this post up, I was sitting next to my fiance. I told him that I don't want to ask feedback from family and friends, and I don't want them involved in our drama, so I'd rather get some unbiased feedback here. He's been reading some of the responses, and while at first he was very defensive over his actions, he just now started realizing how he has to reflect on this a bit more. I also explained to him once again in detail why what I think Rachel is doing is bad, and how it might destroy not just our relationship, but any future relationship he might get, even after we break up, because no person would be willing to stand for that disrespect. We are having a chat about it now, and he's thinking of distancing himself from Rachel. Edit 2. For the record, he decided to uninvite her from the wedding completely, and later distance himself from her.